What is everyone? East Coast Fix back again with another San Diego Comic Con video. I'm here. Let's talk about all the crazy stuff that happened at this year's Comic Con. And honestly, for me, this is definitely my favorite Comic Con since I started to even pay attention to it once I started collecting figures. This has definitely been the best. Like so many awesome reveals. But there's one that stands heads and shoulders above all the rest, baby. And we're talking about that one right now. So, let's just rip the band-aid off this bitch. Jada Toys Scooby Dooby Doo. Jada Toys is officially making highly articulated 112 Scooby-Doo figures, and I don't know how much on this channel that I've gushed about Scooby-Doo, but I absolutely adore Scooby-Doo. I have loved Scooby-Doo since I was not even 3 years old. I was honestly at least 2 years old. I had a Scooby-Doo birthday cake when I was 2 years old. I remember at on my third year party. I got this cool Scooby-Doo rotary phone back in 2003, and Scooby-Doo has been a very, very just big part of my life, just growing up in general. And it's just something that's always been with me since pretty much I was born. Scooby-Doo, the '05 Fantastic Four movie and Tobey Spider-Man are the trinity that I grew up with as a kid, and the PlayStation 2 as well. But anyways, I love Scooby-Doo. I've watched pretty much I've seen every single live action movie. I've seen every single show, movie, directed video movie as well. I think I played most of the games, but not all of them. Yeah, I love Scooby-Doo. I'm pretty much obsessed, and my dream line, anytime my friends would ask me or I would type or whatever, the one thing I would say, my dream line would always be highly articulated 112 Scooby-Doo figures. And Jada achieved, they reached right into my fucking brain, and they're making it, dude. This Shaggy looks amazing. He looks so freaking good. He looks right out of the cartoon. He looks absolutely, created for perfection, my guy. I can't, man. I'm so happy, dude. I honestly, this may be a bit too TMI, but when I first saw that they were gonna make these figures, man, I did tear up a bit because ever since I actually started, collecting figures, just hardcore kind of, when I stepped out of my shell of just collecting wrestling figures, all the way back in 2016, one of my dream lines was Scooby-Doo, So I've been wanting this for a very, very long time, and the fact that it's actually happening, I honestly didn't think it would ever happen, or if it did happen, it would be when I'm just much older. But I'm glad it's happening, still happening now while I'm young, and I can still I can still really, really enjoy stuff. Not to say that older people can't enjoy stuff too, because they can. But yeah, I'm excited. This Shaggy looks great. He's got double elbows and double knees. He's got everything, man. He's got the Scooby snacks. It looks just like Shaggy, man. This does seem to be based off Where Are You, Scooby-Doo? I will say, though, not a nitpick. I love it. So in the original show, Shaggy did have just black dots for eyes. He did not have the whites of his eyes in the design at all. But that is one of the things I do not like about Scooby-Doo is how, in some instances of the show, the characters don't have the whites of their eyes painted in or just designed in at all besides Scooby-Doo. And that always bugged me ever since I was a kid. That's been my one, just nagging point of the whole Scooby-Doo franchise is that, in some instances, none of the human characters have actual eyeballs. It's just Scooby-Doo for some reason. So I'm glad, they're giving Shaggy his regular head. And he also comes with a second head, which is Screaming, man. Look at that. Zoink, Scoob. I know that's really bad, but that's a great head sculpt. That's something that is not bad at all. It looks perfect. Like the V-neck, just the head itself, man. The design of that Scooby Snacks box. I know that the overall like designer of this line, June from Jada Toys, said that we should be able to expect this next year in like spring of 2025. So by this time this next year, we should have already been had them in hand for a couple months now. He said that Shaggy is gonna come with like an alternate head. A hand to hold like a Scooby snack, which is gonna be great. I do have one what's it called? Dang it. I guess just nitpick. Yeah, there it is. I do. The one thing that does kind of bother me about the figure is that he has that big this cut in the middle. I probably would have, if I was the designer of this thing, I would probably give him just like a cloth shirt, maybe with like no sleeves, have the sleeves be plastic, or maybe I would give him the sleeves. That's my only nitpick, but honestly, I don't really care all that much about it because it will give me a lot more articulation in the figure, so that is good. I do like that. It's just a bit jarring at first, but I'll definitely be able to get used to it, and then I won't even see it. But it looks great. Like the way his legs are like shaped in the pants, like they got everything perfect down to every minute detail, man. But Shaggy is not the only one they showed at this year's Comic-Con, man. All right, let's scroll, and bada boom, they showed the Mummy of Anka, which also is from Where Are You, Scooby-Doo. This mummy figure looks great. Like that head, like that, just that face, his eyes. You can really feel the emotion of this guy, and you can see closer. Look, he's got butterfly joints. He's got a diaphragm. It seems like maybe it's a waist swivel or like a ball joint at the bottom. I'm not really sure because I don't own any Jada Toys figures, so I can't really speak to how the articulation scheme really works. But this figure looks amazing. Definitely not the first monster or just bad guy in the Scooby-Doo, specifically just the 60s show that I would go with. But I think it is a good choice. He definitely looks great. They definitely nailed him. Jada did say that he was gonna come with more items. He's gonna come with like an unmasked head because these aren't real monsters, and he's gonna come with extra bandages as well, like the one on the arm that's underneath his like left arm as well, which is really cool that he and his team is paying that much detail to this show and just to the franchise as a whole. It's so heartwarming to hear. Great figure. And then the next one is, I think, this guy, man. As soon as I saw this figure, I freaked out because one of my first episodes that I remember seeing as a kid is the Scooby Gang getting chased around. I think it's some sort of like barn by the creeper. And I remember they had to jump off like the second story into like a bale of hay by this guy. And so it's so cool that we're getting this guy. He looks great. That face, look at that face, man. He looks great. They really nailed him. He's got the jacket, his stance, how he's crouching, like they really nailed this figure, man. Like I don't know what magic or voodoo, whatever they're doing over there at Jada Toys, but whatever it is, they freaking nailed it, man. Like seriously, like the creeper looks great, and then once again, he will have an unmasked head and then a separate like just mask. So you can have the gang like hold while they're unmasking them, which is such a cool thing that you don't really think about, but when it's included, it's like, oh, of course, why wouldn't that be included? It's perfect. It's awesome. And I think, yeah, here's another shot of the mummy. You can see next how it looks like next to Shaggy. And there's the whole Wave 1 assortment. So the line is going to be one main character and then two just monsters, which I think is probably the way to go, because people kind of just only care about the main characters and don't really want the villains sometimes. At least just for the mainstream people, but like for the hardcore fans like me and a couple friends of mine, we're gonna get all the monsters. We're gonna get all the main characters, and I cannot wait. I definitely plan on making more videos about these figures. Maybe I'll even get back out of my retirement chair and review these figures, just to see how they are. I cannot wait, man. I'm gonna do my best to 100% this line, because I want this line to be as successful as their Street Fighter stuff is, because they were able to make however many characters from the Street Fighter 2 roster underneath a year. Like that is so great. Hopefully this line has that same sort of success, because I would love there's a pup named Scooby Doo, more villains, stuff from the What's New or the direct to video stuff, Hex Girls, everything from the 90s, from those like 4 or 5 like 90s movies, man. That would be straight up killer, dude. Holy shit. Live action, I would love as well. I don't think they're gonna make live action stuff at all or even touch it, but I would love just like a live action Daphne, Fred, Shaggy, Velma, and Scooby. I would buy all of those, and those rabbit monsters as well. I loved those as a kid. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I don't care. I love those guys. They were great designs. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna support this line, and hopefully to all the people who are watching this video, if you are Scooby Doo fans as well, please, I beg of you to support this line. Please, if you are a Scooby Doo fan and you also collect figures, this is it, man. I don't know if anyone else is going to touch Scooby Doo ever again. I honestly don't know. So we got to give all of our heart. We got to give all of our support, all of our money to this line, and make sure that this line is able to succeed and grow, so we can get all the figures that we ever wanted from Scooby Doo. And yeah, that's it. Sorry for my maybe I was ranting a bit. Maybe I was just waxing poetically. But yeah, I cannot wait for these figures, man. I'm very excited. Best reveal of Comic-Con in the past 10 years of the show. I can't wait. These are going to be... Whew, let's go. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.